37 years, one man, one iron grip on Iran. Ali Khamenei is dead. Killed in his own office as American and Israeli bombs fell on Tehran. Now, a hardline cleric steps into the void. And 88 men will choose behind closed doors who leads the Islamic Republic next. And all of this while the bombs are still falling. Iran has a new face at the top, at least for now. Senior cleric Ayatollah Alireza Arafi has been named jurist member of the country's Temporary Leadership Council, the body that will carry out the Supreme Leader's duties until a permanent successor is chosen. The council exists because the man who ran Iran for 37 years is dead. Ali Khamenei was killed at his office on February 28th during the joint US-Israeli strikes on Tehran. He had led the Islamic Republic since 1989, commanding its armed forces, directing its proxy networks across the region, and shaping every significant decision the state had made for nearly 4 decades. Whatever comes next for Iran would have to be built without him. Into that vacuum steps Arafi, a cleric whose entire career was built on Khamenei's patronage. Born in 1959 in Maybod, a small city in Yazd province, he arrived in Qom at the age of 11 to begin his seminary education. By his early 30s, Khamenei had already begun rewarding that loyalty, appointing him Friday prayer leader of his hometown at 33. He later headed Al-Mustafa International University, Khamenei's flagship institution for exporting Shia ideology abroad, and went on to lead Iran's entire national seminary system. He sits on both the Guardian Council and the Assembly of Experts. His vision for those seminaries was never simply religious. He has said publicly that they must be, in his words, political, revolutionary, and international. 3 words that tell you most of what you need to know about the worldview of the man now helping to steer Iran through the most dangerous moment in its modern history.
The seminaries need to be political, revolutionary, and international.
Arafi sits on the council alongside President Masoud Pezeshkian and Chief Justice Gholam Hossein Mohseni Ejei. But this arrangement is temporary by design. The real decision rests with the 88-member Assembly of Experts, the clerical body constitutionally empowered to select Iran's next permanent supreme leader. A process that has only happened once before in the Republic's history. Back in '89, when Khamenei replaced his patron and father-in-law. Among the names being discussed are Ayatollah Mohsen Araki, a long-serving assembly member with deep conservative credentials, and Ayatollah Hashem Hosseini Bushehri, first deputy chairman of the assembly and a figure said to have been personally close to Khamenei. No date has been set. No process has been made public. The choice will be made behind closed doors by men whose names most of the world is only now learning, while bombs are still falling on Tehran. Ayatollah Ali Hosseini Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader for nearly 4 decades, has been killed in what marks a seismic moment for the Islamic Republic and the wider Middle East. The Wall Street Journal reported that Israel and the United States launched a massive attack on the location of Ali Khamenei and his top advisors after identifying a rare opportunity. According to the newspaper, intelligence agencies had identified 3 important meetings that paved the way for the daylight attack. According to the report, 30 bombs fell on the residence and activities of the leader of the Islamic Republic during this operation. Iranian state media confirmed on the morning of March 1st that the 86-year-old cleric died following the strikes targeting the heart of his regime. The announcement came hours after US and Israeli officials declared that Khamenei had been killed. A visibly emotional presenter on state television read a statement in Farsi through tears, confirming his death and announcing 40 days of national mourning.
After a lifetime of Hosseini struggle, unceasing and untiring, with a lofty and celestial spirit like the steadfast mountain of the Islamic guardianship, the compassionate father of kindness and resolve, the leader and imam of the Muslims, His Eminence Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Hosseini Khamenei, on the path of upholding the exaltation of the sacred sanctuary of the Islamic Republic of Iran, drank the sweet, pure draught of martyrdom and joined the Supreme Heavenly Kingdom.
Khamenei, one of the world's longest-serving authoritarian rulers, had led Iran since 1989, succeeding revolutionary founder Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. Over 35 years, he consolidated near-total control of the state, holding ultimate authority over the judiciary, state media, and all security forces, including the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. His rule was defined by fierce resistance to the United States and Israel, suppression of domestic dissent, and the advancement of a controversial nuclear program. Satellite imagery released on February 28th showed significant damage to Khamenei's compound in Tehran following the raids. The Israeli Prime Minister said there were growing signs that he was gone. Although Iranian outlets initially denied the reports with Tasnim and Mehr news agencies, insisting he remained steadfast and firm in commanding the field. US President Donald Trump hailed the killing as justice, writing on Truth Social that Khamenei had been one of the most evil people in history.
Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khamenei and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems, and working closely with Israel, there was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. This is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. We are hearing that many of their IRGC, military and other security and police forces no longer want to fight and are looking for immunity from us. As I said last night, now they can have immunity, later they only get death.
The strikes are also reported to have killed several senior figures, including Khamenei's top security advisor, Ali Shamkhani, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Commander Mohammad Pakpour, Defense Minister Aziz Nasirzadeh, Khamenei's Chief Military Secretary Mohammad Shirazi, Head of Iranian Military Intelligence Saleh Assadi, Chairman of the SPND, Iran's Nuclear Weapons Research Organization, Hossein Jabal Amelian, and former SPND Chairman Reza Mozaffari Nia. Israel said it had targeted around 30 senior leaders in total. With much of the leadership decimated, Iran now faces an immediate succession crisis. Under the constitution, an interim council assumes authority while the 88-member Assembly of Experts selects a new supreme leader. Axios reported that Israeli officials said Israel targeted Khamenei's sons, but intelligence assessments suggest they survived the strikes. Mojtaba Khamenei, one of the supreme leader's sons, had been widely discussed as a possible successor to his father. It, however, remains unclear whether the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps will attempt to seize control or whether the upheaval could create the popular opening long sought by Washington and Tel Aviv.